Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well. I am already beginning to get nervous for this game. This is our biggest game in about 5 years. Yeah, and more. Let's up it. Not just 5 years. Let's up the stakes here. We haven't reached a Champions League quarter-final since 2014 when Jose Mourinho was Chelsea manager. Since then, he's gone to Man United. He's now at Spurs. We still haven't made a Champions League quarter-final. What is going on? Because Chelsea, let's have it right, back in the day, used to be a regular in the quarterfinals, and not just that, we used to make semi-finals for fun. We always made a semi-final, and we always got knocked out of it, except for 2008 where we made the final and lost it, and 2012 where we made the final and won it. But apart from that, we'd been to so many semi-finals. We've come off that momentum completely. Now it's been so long since we've even made a quarter-final. This is finally our chance to get back into the Champions League Final 8. And at that point, anything's possible. Anything's possible. So I'm buzzing. Butterflies are already kicking in. It's a day before and they're already here. That hasn't happened in a long time. Let me just tell you that. A long time. So I'm really looking forward to this game. Before we get into today's nitty gritty though, in the match preview to Chelsea versus Atletico Madrid, I want to fill you in with 2 bits of information. Firstly, if you are new, hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. And secondly, there is a special launch happening tomorrow in terms of Younes Talks Football as a whole. So make sure you are tuned into my match review tomorrow after the game is all said and done, where I will be revealing all for you guys, and I'm sure you guys are going to like this because it's not just one surprise, there's 2 surprises here. So anyway, stay tuned. It's going to be awesome. You're all going to love it. Let's get cracking into today's nitty gritty, the match preview to Chelsea versus Atletico Madrid. The stakes are high. The stakes are high. Before we get into it though, I have to mention Thomas Tuchel's press conference. Absolutely fantastic. What a geezer. What an absolute geezer that we have at Chelsea Football Club. I mean, flipping hell. The way that he just turned the journalist in the other direction when he tried to speculate about Timo Werner's future. And he was saying, I'm reading that Timo Werner isn't happy. I'm reading loads of things. And Thomas Tuchel just went, stop reading. Just stop reading. Read a book. Go and read a book. And then the other guy tried to say, yeah, I do read in my spare time. And Thomas Tuchel replied with, there's no book about Timo Werner, so read a book. You're not reading books, read a book. He's got a point. That's some very sound advice from Thomas Tuchel. Read a book, guys. Read a book. It's good for you. Great press conference. Thomas Tuchel has filled us in with some information. Obviously, Mason Mount and Jorginho are both suspended. They will not be featuring. Alongside that, Thiago Silva is not available as predicted. And Tammy Abraham isn't available as he still has an ongoing ankle issue. Talking about injuries very quickly, I have to mention this. Rui Patricio of Wolves, I sincerely hope he is okay. That blow to the head that he got, and he was knocked out for 14 minutes on the pitch before they took him off on a stretcher against Liverpool yesterday, and it was an unfortunate circumstance because he got a blow by his teammate, Cody. I really hope he's okay. It reminded me of Petr Cech against Reading, and we saw how that ended. It was a very, very similar hit, a very similar impact to a very similar part of the head. So I hope he's okay. My wishes goes out to him, his family, his friends, and everyone involved at Wolves. But anyway, in terms of injuries, Tammy Abraham as well, ankle issue. He is unavailable. So when we look at this and how are we going to set up, Diego Simeone spoke about this game and did give an idea that it seems like they are going to go all out attack here. They're not going to be playing their conventional defensive style football. As much as they want to stay solid, I'm sure that's going to be the case, but they are going to be a lot more offensive than usual. And talking about Diego Simeone, he said something very weird in his press conference. He went and said, I believe Chelsea don't have a weakness. The only thing is they don't know what can happen from a negative point of view. He said they have not had a negative result as of yet. So that will be a question if it happens. Let me just answer Diego Simeone here, mate. Mate, we have had loads of negative moments this season. Yes, under Thomas Tuchel we haven't, but trust me, you want to know about negativity? Our lads know about negativity. They've been through quite a lot this season in terms of negativity. We were 9th, mate. 10th at one point. I think we were... Did we reach 11th? No, I don't think we did. We were low, yeah? Thomas Tuchel has risen us from the ashes, as far as I'm concerned, yeah? Because top 4 was a laughing stock at one point. There was no way we would even consider the conversation of top 4. We thought that was dead and buried. Look at us now. We're 4th, and we're still in the Champions League. 1-0 up against Atletico, still in the FA Cup quarter-final. I mean, trust me, negativity... Our lads know about it, so if we do face that situation, I'm sure at least we have Thomas Tuchel who can try and steer us in the right direction and get the lads going again. I mean, losing 3-1 to Arsenal at the Emirates when they were 15th, talk about negative. But in terms of this game and in terms of Chelsea, how should we set up? What approach should we take? Let's have it right here. The main thing that should be drilled into our heads is if we don't concede, we're through. Simple as that. We don't need to score tomorrow. As much as I want to score, but we don't need to score. A 0-0, we're through. So the main priority should be to defend as much as possible. Defend well. Do not let Atletico through. But at the same time, because we know Atletico are going to be pushing up, because we know that they are going to be chasing a goal, the objective should be to try and hit that direct counter-attack ASAP, get a Timo Werner or a runner on it, and try and get an early goal. That would be fantastic. If we can go 1-0 up, Atletico need to score 2. So it's honestly, the aim shouldn't be defend. The aim should be to try and catch Atletico out and put the game in our favour, because the tie is in our favour at the moment. We are in the driving seat. So if we can get a goal, Atletico have a mountain to climb. But what starting 11 should we go with to execute this plan? Let's get into it. This is the starting 11 that I think Thomas Tuchel should deploy. I would shift to a formation of a 3-4-2-1. Not 2 strikers. We don't need 2 strikers tomorrow. We're defending a result. And as long as we can hit a counter-attack, pack out the midfield, have enough bodies to send someone on a direct counter, I think that should be the aim. So we don't need 2 strikers. 1 striker should be enough. Therefore, 3-4-2-1. Edouard Mendy in goal, number 1 goalkeeper. There's no 2 ways about that. If we move into the back 3, I think in the absence of Thiago Silva, this should remain unchanged. Azpilicueta at right centre-back, who has been absolutely superb so far, club captain. His leadership is going to be crucial tomorrow because our lads haven't really been in this situation before. There's only a select few. Azpilicueta's one of them. Marcos Alonso, you could say, kind of, because he's been in Antonio Conte's setup. Same goes for maybe Christensen, Rudiger, you could. But look, Azpilicueta, he's been there since Mourinho, you know, he's been there for time. So Azpilicueta, in the absence of Thiago Silva, is going to be the man leading this team and trying to get everyone at the same mindset, just in case if inexperience starts to kick in some of the lads. Azpilicueta needs to be the go-to to try and keep everyone motivated and at a high level. So Azpilicueta right centre back. Next to him, Andreas Christensen. Has to be. If Thiago Silva is out, which he is, Christensen has been doing absolutely fantastic. In a back 3 at least, when he's got the support of the lads next to him, and vice versa, the other lads have the support of him, they just all seem to click very, very well defensively. And we've looked tremendously solid with Christensen and the back 3 since Thiago Silva has been out. So Christensen in that middle row of the back 3, fantastic. Next to him, Antonio Rudiger. Has to happen. Antonio Rudiger has been a different gravy under Thomas Tuchel, and I hope he has a very solid performance tomorrow against Atletico Madrid. Atletico are going to have quite a lot of attacking threats. You know, you're talking Luis Suarez, you're talking Lamar, you're talking Felix, Carrasco is back, Trippier is now back. He's going to be on the overlap because obviously he's a fullback. There's going to be loads of attacking threats here. I think the back 3 have a big role to play tomorrow. So fingers crossed they're all very solid. We move into the double pivot. This is a no-brainer. Jorginho is suspended. So there's going to be only 2 options here, and these two options are playing. That's Kovacic and that's N'Golo Kante. Now, as far as I'm concerned, this can suit us because Kovacic doesn't have to attack. We don't need to try and go all out, guns blazing, and try and get him on a mad dribble. However, he's a very direct player, Mateo Kovacic, and as well as Kante can defend. We know Kovacic can be quite a beast himself, but we know as well as Kante can defend, and as proven when he was alongside Jorginho, Kante was able to send those balls over the top in order to feed a striker or a runner that is running onto it. So that's very good to see in the absence of Jorginho. Hopefully Kante can deploy that tomorrow, because I feel we're going to need that. Alongside that, Kovacic is a direct player, so if we do get on the counter-attack, he is someone that can just drive with the ball and get Atletico into a panic and hopefully feed any of our forward men that are running on the counter as well. So Kovacic's characteristics might actually suit us tomorrow. So those two in the double pivot, fantastic. At left wing back, I've had little question marks about this. I really have. And I don't know who to choose between Chilwell and Marcos Alonso. I really don't. Chilwell, we know, is, I'd say, defensively more solid. He is someone that can run back in time better than Alonso. But offensively, we know Alonso is better as far as I'm concerned. And when you're talking as a wing-back, Alonso is the more complete wing-back. Not full-back, I stress, not full-back. Chilwell's the better full-back, but Alonso's the better wing-back. Now, so far this season, we've been waiting for a mistake in Marcos Alonso every time he's played. We haven't got one. He's been very reliable. He's been good. However, I am still scared that he might get caught out in terms of pace when having to deal with a Felix, or having to deal with a Trippier. That is something that is making me worry a little bit. So just for that, if Chilwell can be effective offensively, as well as we know he is effective defensively, I'm going to stick with Ben Chilwell. Despite his slightly dodgy performance against Leeds, I'm going to stick with Ben Chilwell in the hope that no one gets past, because that is going to be the crucial aim tomorrow, as I've said. As long as we don't concede, we're through. So Ben Chilwell for me at left wing back. At right wing back, I am going to go with Reece James. We need defensive stability, as well as someone that can cross a ball or send across diagonal, and we know Reece James can do that, but I do not want him doing the one thing that he always seems to do, which is pass backwards. Gets the ball, yet go back. Gets the ball, yet go back. Doesn't go forwards, doesn't try to entertain. He does sometimes, but he doesn't do it enough. It's always, if there's an option, sideways. And always, he just tends to look back. Don't look back, mate. Look back when you have no other option, okay? But if you've got options, mate, go forward. Go forward. Anyway, I hope he does that. But defensively, we know he's solid. And we know the chances are of anyone getting past him. As well as that, he's got support of Azpilicueta. It's a nice lineup. It's a nice lineup in terms of not letting anyone through, as I've said, which is the sole aim. So Reece James at right wing back. Now, in terms of the 2-1 up top, as I've said, not two strikers. I don't think we need it, but we are going with two number 10s or attacking midfielders. We need to be direct tomorrow. We need to be direct. We need pace. And as far as I'm concerned, the most direct sort of players in that role that we have available to us are Kai Havertz, who is in good form, and, weirdly enough, Christian Pulisic. Christian Pulisic with his speed, his dribbling, but as well as that, we know he is a very direct player. And if we can get a counter-attack going and you feed the ball to him, he has the potential, much like he did against Manchester City last season, if you remember that, where we beat them at the Bridge. That was a counter-attack in the goal that he scored. If he can pull off something very similar tomorrow, that would be beautiful, mate. So for me, Pulisic and Kai Havertz in behind Timo Werner. Timo Werner I would select for this game, weirdly enough. And I know some of you might advocate for Olivier Giroud, but tomorrow, nah, I would go with Timo Werner for the sole reason that Atletico are going to be chasing a goal. Atletico are going to be pushing up. And look, if they don't push up and they do leave their back four, or they do leave at least a portion of their team just sitting back, well, great. Because that leaves less of a chance of them getting through and scoring tomorrow. It's as simple as that. They have to come at us. But that feeds right into our game plan, because that is exactly how Timo Werner likes to play. If they do come with a little bit of a high line and they bring the game to us because they have to score, well, great. If we get possession, boom, send the ball over the top. Timo Werner runs into it. That's exactly how he likes it. So Timo Werner for me up top tomorrow. That would be my starting 11. In terms of a score prediction, as I've already predicted, I'm going with a 0-0. I'm going with a 0-0 because I do think that we still have the struggles of getting goals. I don't think we're going to have many shots tomorrow, but I do think we're going to have some opportunities on a counter. Are we going to put them away? I'm just going to say no for now. And hopefully we do. Because if we do, I think the tie is in the bag. I think the game is put to bed. So fingers crossed we do. However, I do think we're going to be very, very solid tomorrow. And defensively, hopefully, Atletico are not getting past and they won't score. So I'm going with a 0-0 that will see us go through 1-0 on aggregate and put us through to the Champions League quarterfinals. So come on, Chelsea. I just hope we win. If we win, fantastic. And as long as we keep a clean sheet, job done. So come on, Chelsea. Let's do it. I'm already nervous. Everyone's nervous. Get ready, people. Heart Attack FC coming back at full force tomorrow. So make sure you're strapped in. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. I will be doing the watch along tomorrow, so make sure you're tuned in for that one. And then immediately after the watch along, and immediately after all of us going through multiple heart conditions and multiple blood pressure issues and all of that, I will be giving you my match review. And don't forget, in that match review, I will be giving you the news of my launch. So make sure you're tuned in. As I've said, you're going to enjoy it. I will see all of you tomorrow on the watch along. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Look after yourselves. Take care and peace. Come on, the Chelsea. Let's get to the quarterfinals.